Hey friends, welcome back to Essence Homestead. I'm out checking on my horse. She was not feeling the best this morning. We've been gone, so I want to make sure she's okay. Hey Mare, how you feeling? Just relaxing in the sun now? And there's you two, you're all fine, huh? She's just not quite herself today. Not sure if there was something in her hay. She's just kind of out of it. I was walking her around this morning. It's always so hard with animals whenever they're not feeling the best, when you can tell. But you're just not quite sure what's wrong. She usually every morning is nickering at the gate waiting for me to bring her some hay. And today she was hiding back here. So we'll keep an eye on her and see what's going on. More naughty things. You all just want spring, don't you? Are you gonna get up there, or do I really have to catch you? Oh, there's the spot. It's colder than it looks out here. Okay, so Thursday morning we do bow league. With my almost 8-year-old is in a homeschool bowl league and he's doing amazing. So once we're done with that, we finally have some time to run errands, and today we needed to get some potting mix so that we can start seeds. Welcome back to the basement, friends. Here's my happy mail that I'm so excited about. I finally ordered some soil blockers. So as we've been trying to limit the amount of plastic that we're buying and producing as garbage, I have found that farming is one of the hardest places where I can actually fix our plastic use problem, because everything that is so convenient is plastic. So like seed trays and flats for starting vegetables, so many plastics for sharpening your greenhouse, plastics for covering as mulch to suppress weeds. There's so much plastic in farming, it's crazy. And so as we take these steps, we are trying to figure out different ways that we can limit the plastic. So here we go, I'm going to try out soil blocks for the very first time. We gotta try to figure out the ratio. Like I said, I have never done this before. Going to get into the ratio at which I am mixing this stuff, because I have never done this before and really I'm winging it. I wing a lot of the things I do, and I don't want to give any bad advice and have someone's soil blocks fail because Abby was wrong. So I'm going to mix this up. The whole point is to make it kind of like a muddy consistency so that the soil blocks actually stick together. There's a million other YouTube videos out there that will teach you the right ratios and things to mix in here. I am not going to touch on that. I just want to inspire people to use more sustainable options. So I'm going to figure out these soil blocks, and then I'm going to share with you other alternatives to plastic that we use here on our farm. Soil blocks, and they're sticking together. I am so excited. Wow. All right, let's try the tiny one. So these tiny ones are supposed to fit, once the seeds sprout, they're supposed to fit into this next step up. So we're gonna try it out. All right, we're supposed to just jam it in here and get as much smashed in possible. This mix might be too thick for these smaller ones. We'll find out. I want to see how these hold up before I put them in a tray. Ooh, that was fast. They're so cute! Look at them! Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna give these seed blocks a couple of days and kind of watch how they dry out, see if my water to soil mix ratio was correct, and we'll see how it goes. But I am actually super excited because they stuck together really well, and there was no plastic except for the plastic trays that we actually inherited when we bought our farm. So when we bought this place, there is 2 frames for, I believe they're 35 by like 96 foot greenhouses. And out behind the one that actually has the hoops, we found these mountains of old seed starting equipment, trays, cell 6-packs. So I thought it would be worth my effort to clean them, sanitize them, and use what I could. So I have so many trays, but I really want to work on getting away from the plastic. If you are trying to come up with your own alternatives and you cannot afford soil blockers, or you just don't have the time and you want to start seeds now, here are a couple of my other favorite things to start seeds in. Okay, so one of the things that we are always sent is newspaper. We get a crazy amount of newspaper and we try to reuse it wherever we can, whether it's for suppressing weeds or starting fires, that kind of thing. So one of my favorite things to do is to make little grow pots out of newspapers. We did this a few years ago. My daughter started a whole bunch of zinnia seeds and we actually used only paper pots for the zinnias and they turned out great. My next favorite is these peat pots. So these come in pots or these little trays. The issue I have with these, and some people use egg cartons as well, and I have had the issue with both, is that the seedlings dry out very quickly. Even if you're bottom watering and have these sitting in trays in water, the second you take them out, they start drying out extremely quickly. But it is still an alternative to plastic, and so I just would encourage you to keep an eye on your seedlings and do not let them dry out completely. Last year, this was one of the new things I had tried out, is these little biodegradable bags. The plants loved them. The growth in these versus the cell trays was crazy. I don't know if it was the oxygen that was flowing through better, but the seedlings that were in these grow bags were way bigger, way healthier. My issue with these is that I am not exactly sure how biodegradable they are. We had all of our peppers in these last year, and as of last fall, they were still in the soil and had not hardly broken down at all. So I'll be interested to check out my compost pile here once the snow is gone to find out if they're actually degrading. And that's just one of those things when you're trying new products, you just don't know. So there's your warning. I'm not sure how biodegradable the biodegradable bags are. So I'm totally curious to know what you all are using as plastic alternatives in your garden. I think a lot of people that are homesteading and gardening are trying to be somewhat either self-sufficient or at least more sustainable in their way of life. And so I feel like limiting the amount of plastic that we are using is one step in that direction. So I'd love to know what you are using. If you are kind of worried after watching this video and wondering when you are supposed to start your seeds, I actually just uploaded a blog yesterday on our website, essencehomestead.com, where you can see what we are starting in March for Zone 4A in Wisconsin. So check it out. If you're in our zone, you might have a few things on the list that you need to get started as well. See you next time. What are you naughty ducks doing?